And it's not a knock, because it's how he plays in that spread wide open offense, and you project that to a spread wide open field. Yes, the arm may not be as strong.
I can't imagine there's many people that think Dillon Gabriel's a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. I don't care where they were drafted. And if the Browns are the one team that thinks that, then I'm going to suspect it's not true.
I never root against anybody.
Yeah.
But I'd be surprised if Dillon Gabriel's ever a legitimate starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I'd be surprised. I just don't think.
Breaking news from Cleveland, where the quarterback battle is heating up. Shedeur Sanders has taken the lead for the coveted QB1 spot, with Dillon Gabriel now facing serious doubts about his ability to secure the starting role. Gabriel, who was drafted for his impressive size and muscle, has struggled with his arm strength and throwing performance in training camp. Despite the expectations, his performance doesn't seem to match up to that of Sanders, who has been consistently outshining him. It's now looking like Shedeur Sanders is on track to be named the starting quarterback for Cleveland. Let's dive into what this could mean for the team's future. Dillon Gabriel was drafted ahead of Shedeur Sanders, and many believed he was the frontrunner to take over as the starting quarterback. However, there's one major shortcoming that's been holding him back: his size. Standing at just 5 feet 11 inches, Gabriel's lack of height has proven to be a significant drawback in the NFL, where size often plays a crucial role. In training camp, Gabriel struggled to make long throws with the same ease that many expected, leaving him vulnerable in a position where arm strength and accuracy are key. This limitation has put him in a tough spot as Shedeur Sanders continues to impress and show that he might be the better fit for the starting role. Dillon Gabriel was seemingly overrun by Shedeur Sanders in training camp, with Sanders demonstrating flawless accuracy on long throws thanks to his long levers and natural arm strength. Meanwhile, Gabriel struggled to muster up those same deep throws, especially when under pressure or surrounded by defenders. Analysts are now beginning to question if Gabriel's limitations, particularly in terms of arm strength and his inability to deliver under pressure, are too significant for him to compete at the NFL level. The question on everyone's mind is, how can a quarterback with such a critical flaw in his game expect to thrive in one of the toughest football leagues in the world?
Gets the ball out, he's accurate. As far as how does that translate to the National Football League, I just don't see it. I don't know why. I'm sure he's a great kid. He plays his ass off. He's a winner. But when I watch him on tape, nothing really excites me about his game other than the fact that he's pretty accurate, got a quick arm.
Dillon Gabriel's struggles were evident during the OTAs and minicamps, where a series of errors started to emerge in his game. There was a particular moment during one of Gabriel's reps that stood out. He seemed visibly concerned about defensive linemen getting their hands up to bat passes at the line. As a result, he began releasing the ball a little higher than usual, which caused problems. Some of his throws ended up sailing well over his receivers, while others were deflected at the line of scrimmage. It's a clear area for improvement, one that Gabriel will need to address if he hopes to compete at the highest level.
Dillon Gabriel raises a lot of eyebrows of concern. As you guys know, he had a ball batted down today, and it turned into an interception, pick 6. And you guys can see right here, this was a cause of concern coming into the draft when it pertained to Dillon Gabriel, is how, his smaller frame. You guys seen it with the Johnny Manziels. Just kind of those guys, the smaller frames, getting balls batted down to the line, that ultimately turns into interceptions.
That said, both Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders have areas to improve. Neither quarterback is perfect, and it's still a tight competition between the two. While Sanders has been more consistent in camp, it's far from a done deal. Both players still have a chance to claim the starting job, but the race is only getting more intense. On the other hand, while Dillon Gabriel was making errors, Shedeur Sanders was throwing absolute dimes during training sessions. His throws were on another level, showcasing a remarkable level of precision and decision-making. One throw in particular stood out. Shedeur hit the tight end perfectly in stride on a corner route toward the back pylon. The coverage was tight, with a linebacker trailing and press coverage on the receiver, but Shedeur still dropped the ball in exactly the right spot. It was a textbook read. Once the safety bit on the short route, Shedeur immediately recognized the one-on-one matchup and confidently took the shot downfield. That kind of awareness, combined with his accuracy, is what's setting him apart in this competition. There's even been some talk emerging that Cleveland management signed Dillon Gabriel primarily to prevent Shedeur Sanders from being picked up by them. Reports suggest that Cleveland owner Jimmy Haslam had a strong desire to bring Shedeur onto the team, but the coaching staff wasn't entirely on board with the idea. Despite that internal divide, Shedeur has made a name for himself through his performance on the field, proving that he has what it takes to thrive at the next level.
There's a lot of speculation. He wanted Shedeur Sanders. The staff drafted Dillon Gabriel, Oregon, 2 rounds earlier. And they were doing that not because they necessarily loved Dillon Gabriel, they liked him, but they thought it would stop their impulsive owner from forcing them to draft in round 4 Shedeur Sanders.
His ability to communicate effectively on the field and lead his teammates has stood out, making him a strong contender for the starting job. Shedeur's presence and poise have overshadowed any doubts about his potential, and he's now pushing his way to the forefront of the competition. His growth in such a short time is forcing the coaching staff to reconsider their initial stance, and it's clear that Shedeur Sanders is making a compelling case to be the future face of the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders isn't just winning over the coaches with his performance on the field, he's also winning the hearts of the fans. Both young and old alike are rallying behind him, with many fans expressing a strong desire to see Shedeur take the reins as QB1. His exciting style of play, combined with his leadership and charisma, has captured the attention of the fan base, creating a buzz around the possibility of him starting for Cleveland. It's clear that the fans are invested in Shedeur's journey, and there's growing pressure from them to see him play. The excitement surrounding him isn't just about his potential, it's also about the energy he brings to the team. It's no secret that fans want a quarterback who can lead, inspire, and deliver. And right now, Shedeur Sanders seems to be exactly what they've been hoping for. Even veteran quarterback Joe Flacco had positive things to say about Shedeur Sanders, noting that the young QB has brought a smile to his face, not just with his on-field performance, but also with his infectious personality. It's clear that Sanders is making an impression not only on the coaching staff and analysts, but also among his teammates.
I don't know if it has an impact on much, but Shedeur's been great. I mean, he's a lot of fun to be around in those meeting rooms, and I think so far there's been, at least once in the meeting room that he's made me crack a smile, and that's what it's all about. He's a young guy trying to learn some football and come out here and practice well and do those things. And like I said, he's been a lot of fun. I mean, he's come up to me and.
As the quarterback competition heats up in Cleveland, it's becoming increasingly clear that Dillon Gabriel is starting to slide out of contention for the starting QB position. Though he was initially drafted with high expectations, largely due to his size and athleticism, Gabriel's performance in training camp has raised serious concerns. His inability to consistently make deep throws, especially under pressure, has revealed a critical flaw in his game that is hard to overlook. Despite his physical tools, including his muscle and size, Gabriel hasn't been able to showcase the arm strength and accuracy needed to compete at the NFL level. His struggles with making throws under pressure have only added to the growing doubts surrounding his future with the team. On the other hand, Shedeur Sanders has been steadily rising in the ranks, not only through his impressive performances, but also with his strong physicality and mental toughness. Sanders' arm strength, combined with his ability to make pinpoint throws under pressure, has set him apart from Gabriel. He's been delivering dimes in training camp, showcasing his accuracy and decision-making, making the right reads at the right moments. His resilience and disciplined approach to his training, even when not getting the first-team reps, have further solidified his case for the starting role. Moreover, Sanders' positive attitude and leadership have won him the respect of teammates and coaches alike. His infectious personality, combined with his exceptional work ethic, has turned heads and made him a fan favorite. With Gabriel struggling to keep up, Shedeur Sanders is not only outshining him on the field, but also making a strong case for why he should be the future face of the Cleveland Browns. So, what do you think, Browns fans? With Dillon Gabriel struggling to find his rhythm and Shedeur Sanders steadily climbing to the top with his exceptional performance and leadership, who do you believe should be the starting quarterback? Are you rooting for Gabriel to bounce back and prove the critics wrong? Or is Sanders the clear choice to lead the team moving forward? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know who you think has earned the starting spot and why.